Loud. Okay, we're recording. I mute myself. I'm gonna mute all of you people. I can never remember how to do this every friggin' time. Every time, guys, I'm telling you. Okay, so hello everybody, happy Tuesday. Okay, I'm super excited for tonight because Nicole Finley is going to be teaching us this evening. Nicole is one who, I will tell you a quick story about Nicole. She joined in February, and her upline is Jenny Warren, and Jenny was like, in March, Jenny's like, y'all, Nicole Finley wants to push for premiere. She is crazy. And I was like, yeah, she is crazy. And yes, she sounded like that. That's my Southern accent. You're welcome, everyone. But I was like, yeah, she's crazy. So she joined in February. She joined on, I'm going to tell you the date. No, I'm not. Virtual office. There it is. On the 4th of February, she ended February with a team of 4. And then in March, she ended, when she hit premiere, she ended with a team of 22 and I believe had 9 personal recruits. And then April, she had a team of 67. And I don't know how many personal recruits because the virtual office is being mean right now. But it was like 12,000 recruits again. So she essentially, I can't even with that growth. I think it took me a year to get to 67 people in my company. So I'm just blown away. And when I was like, I saw what she was doing, I was like, we need to have her tell us things. So Nicole, you are unmuted, my love. Take it away.
Hi, well, thank you for the awesome introduction. All right, so I'm just gonna jump in with what's worked for me. Like Alyssa said, my name is Nicole. Nice to meet everybody. I think right now we're at a team of like 90, so this is what has worked for me, and this is what has worked for my girls. And I'm gonna keep trying to jot down notes or like look down at my notes. So y'all just let me know if you have any questions or if you want me to like dive into anything any deeper. But so this is what has worked for me. Before I started Perfectly Posh, I owned a boutique for 6 years, and I sold it 3 years ago. So this kind of isn't my first rodeo with selling or online stuff. I was one of the first stores in our town to do online sales. And so I just think this is what really works for recruiting, is that basically people are investing in you. I mean, I know that they're investing in Posh, but they want to see what you're doing. And so my recruiting tips are really kind of like personal tips, because a lot of our recruiting does come from social media. And so this is kind of what I have written down, is that, first of all, be the best you. My mom used to always say, like, no one wants to go to a hairdresser that has bad hair. And I feel like that applies with Posh. You know, we want to always look our best, always act our best. It's weird at direct sales is that we are all together, but we're all individual companies, and we all represent each other. And I try to remember that when I'm posting stuff on Posh, that it's not just me that's being affected. It's my team, it's my upline, it's my company, it's a Posh image. So I don't know if anybody watches Survivor, but the other week, one of the contestants, Sherry, she said, people's perception are their reality. And I was like, oh, that is genius, because it's so true. It doesn't matter what people think. If it's true or not, it's what they're going to believe. And you want people to have the best perception of Posh and you. When they think of you, they think of Posh. And when they think of Posh, they think of you. And so I just think it's really important that you remember these things when you're posting stuff on social media, because essentially you want people to invest in your team and your company. And with technology and grow with our company. I like to tell my team, like, if you're not using all forms of social media, why not? It's free. A lot of it, like with Instagram, I know I can post one thing and it automatically goes to Twitter, Tumblr, my Facebook page, all that. And that is a lot of ways that I have gotten a lot of recruits, is just branching out of just the Facebook norm. I know what Twitter is, but I really don't know what Tumblr is, to be honest. But I've had some successes on sending out samples and essentially getting teammates that way. So obviously you're here because you have interest in recruiting and team building. So this is what has worked for our team, is shouting out successes. I've learned this from Jenny and from Melissa and from Sasha. You know, it helps when you shout it out on your team page, but also ask, you know, Jane, hey, Jane, are you comfortable with me posting this on your personal page? And that is what has really built up my downline successes, is that one of my girls, she's really close to Premier. I go on her personal Facebook page and I'm like, hey, y'all, Molly's had the best month ever. Look at this girl. Woo! I know you might not know what this means in Posh world, but this is huge. She's got a raise. She's got a, you know, she hit monthly award. That means she did all this. It's awesome. And almost instantly she gets people, you know, I want samples. Ooh, what is this? You're doing it? Oh my gosh, you know. So I think that when it just shows camaraderie, it shows success, and it shows positive. I mean, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier. So, clean up your social media. This is something that a lot of people said. I mentioned it earlier before in another live training. People were like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. Make sure one of your top 5 photos is something Poshy related, whether it's like you with a product, you wearing Posh, your successes, or what your rank is. You want, when people click on it, that they see something Poshy, because my thing is that if you don't believe in Posh, then why should other people? And I made this post in, I think I just like wrote this post in all of our companies, that like, when you pull out a hand lotion out of your bag, is it a Big Fat Yummy, or is it from Bath and Body Works? When you put on chapstick, is it Burt's Bees, or is it one of our lip balms? And actually, this is what happened with me. This is when I realized that I had to fully believe in this company if I wanted people to believe in our products. Was I sent my daughter, Sarah Maris, with Throwing Shade to school, and I was so proud of myself. Like, look at me, I'm all poshed out. Well, when her teachers were digging through to find the Throwing Shade, they found an old Burt's Bees that was laying in the bottom of her bag. They didn't mean anything by it. They just dropped it in the Ziploc that I had put her Throwing Shade in. And I was like, oh, that looks so bad. So I went and did a clean sweep of my house. I mean, it's just little things like that, I think, that stand out. And I think it's little instances like that when people are like, oh, she really is using all this stuff. I think people will see that if you believe in it, that you're doing good, they'll want to join your team. Keep marketing material on you at all times. Sasha did this new Posh kits. She does like little, I think Alyssa does them too. What are they called? They're like bags. Anyway, keep them in bags. I think I do like a Big Fat Yummy and my business card, and maybe like a body butter or a scrub. This actually happened to me today, and I am so embarrassed. I gave them all out last night. I went somewhere. I went to Claire's today, and I was stocking up on stuff for my subscription boxes. And the girl says, well, what are you buying this for? Is it for a birthday? I'm like, oh, no, it's for a company. And I opened my bag, and I'm like, oh, I have to come back and give you some samples. I was so embarrassed, y'all. I mean, because your customers are going to be your best recruits. They have been for me. And that's where I began. So, okay, so let's start. We've been talking about you now, so let's talk about your team. I started hitting up my best customers. The first 2 weeks into it, I had girls that were repeatedly coming back. I mean, we're all consultants, so we know this stuff sells itself. And I would just start seeing these people's names pop up on my orders. And I would go to him, hey, you know, Miranda, you sure have been buying a lot. You know, wouldn't you like this money instead of giving it to me? I mean, I'll gladly take your money, but you could be making 20% back. Let me train you. I've been having success. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I've never done direct sales. I don't know anything about it. That's okay, because Posh makes it so easy. And y'all know that's the truth. I mean, I still can't believe I'm in direct sales. I swear I would never do anything like this, but I started with the product and I love the product. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so easy, you know, and it's fun. And a girl in in Jenny's company, I don't know if y'all know Kelly D, she always says that she came for the products and stayed for the sisterhood. And I think that is like one of our strongest points. People see me and my team having fun. We're joking around. We got all these inside jokes. And, you know, like, I mean, Posh girls are 1 in a million. I mean, I love waking up and seeing all the, like, funny comments. I just love Posh. So I think people see that and they're like, they want to be a part of that, because I'm not a very girly girl. I've never been one to have like a lot of girlfriends until I got into Posh, and I just realized really what I was missing out on in like a sisterhood thing. I mean, I can't even believe these words are coming out of my mouth, but I love it. All right, so you've gone through your customers. You know, you've maxed out your people. You know, you've gone through your franks, which is friends, relatives, associates, kids, friends, and I don't know. We'll say social media. All right. So you're hitting up random people. And I think like Alyssa, she has some really good oh my gosh, y'all are killing me. Services. Yes. Thank you, Sasha. The S stands for services. So, you know, someone has asked for samples. Let's just say Sasha. Sasha's like, hey, Nicole, let's have some samples. You know, start hitting them up and be like, this is really out there, but would you be interested in selling? You know, I see you've bought once or twice. I know this, you might not have any interest, but it's really worked for me. And I feel like a lot of people's hesitation with companies like Posh and other things are the commitments and stuff. So these are some kind of key points that I try to hit when I'm asking people that are a little hesitant for like direct sales. Let them know that we are not a pyramid scheme. I feel like that's the first thing people said when I joined is like, oh, you're in a pyramid scheme? No, I'm not actually. We have no recruiting or monthly sales requirements. You know, we wish you would build up your team, but that's not for everybody. So they might just want to sell. They might not have any interest in building. Just let them know that we have no monthly sales or, you know, minimums required. No stock is required. I saw this on one of our competitors today. They were advertising no stock. And I thought that was really a good point. A lot of people were very interested in that. And we don't have to have stock. I mean, I do keep stock. It's good to have stock, but essentially you don't have to. That's what your website's for. Let them know that there's no site fees. Some of my family is in a direct competitor, and they tell me how much they have to pay for their website, and I thought I was going to throw up that they have to pay for a website. But that you do you. That it's $7.95 to set up ProPay, and that's it. Let them know that we get weekly paychecks. Woo! I mean, who loves a Wednesday? This girl loves a Wednesday. You know who loves a Thursday? This girl loves a Thursday, because that's when you get your downline bonus, right? Right. Let them know that you can work as much or as little as you want. You know, some people don't want to make this into a career. I definitely do. So I hustle. But some people just like, you know, an extra $50. So I think that's a really good point, is that people see these other direct sale companies that are just crazy hustling, and just let them know that you don't have to do that. I think that's one of my downlines, she was like, I don't want to do hostess parties. That's fine. I don't do hostess parties. I don't do in-home parties. That's just, I can't. But a lot of my downlines have huge successes. I just think that's a great thing about Posh, is that you do what works for you. We have no, like, this is how you have to do it. Just do whatever. All right. So, go back to my notes. Okay. I think this is another good point, is that, y'all, my accent is not that bad, is it? Oh my God. I almost start blushing. All right. So this is kind of one of my tricks. I like to comment and interact with at least 3 non-Posh people a day. Facebook, algorithms or whatever, you know, one day I wake up, my whole feed is Posh people. I'm like, well, that sucks. Y'all already sell it. I mean, I don't need all these people on my page. I need to start getting to like the non-Poshy people. So you got to go through and start hiding those comments, you know, unfollows or whatever. Don't take it, peaches. That's how I say peaches. That's my team, the peaches, okay? But I have to hide all the peaches. Sorry, peaches, I love y'all, but I gotta hide y'all because y'all already bought. I'm trying to reach people that haven't. So go through and I try to comment on 3 people. Cute kids, your husband's so great, you know, whatever. Sorry if you're seeing this now, but just interact so where people, 9 times out of 10 when I go and comment on someone's thing, you know, like, oh my God, your dog's so cute. Instantly, I get a message. I've been dying to message you. I saw where you cleaned your dog with Ginger Bender. Is it true? Yes, it is true. I do wash my dog with Ginger Bender. But my whole Facebook is Posh. Top 5 picks. I mean, that's basically it. I just feel like people are investing in you, and you want to be the best you, and you want to be the best representation of Posh. Not too long ago, some girls were calling out Posh and how they hated Posh, and all of us just wanted to, you know, go, 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 go. And I just think that sometimes we get caught up in social media drama and, you know, bickering or whatever, and you just have to take a break and step back and just remember that I think someone posted like a Warren Buffett comment that it takes like 30 years to build up a reputation but 5 minutes to destroy it. And just don't let 5 minutes of like Facebook snapping ruin your business, you know. Nice emergency. So does anybody have any questions? Anybody that's joined us, I saw a lot of heads shaking when I was talking, so I hope that everybody was agreeing. But and if you're watching this after, find me on Facebook or social media, and hit me up if you have anything that I haven't touched on.
If you guys have any questions, you can unmute yourselves if you want to talk, or throw them in the chat box if you do.
If my accent was too southerny and you need some word different pronunciations, I can hit it up. I have Posh pups too. I can't help it. Y'all, I got a Frenchie. I don't know if y'all have Frenchies, but he stinks. All he does is fart and snort and fart and roll in dirt. I mean, he thinks he's a pig. My 2-year-old actually calls him pig because he looks like the pigs in our pictures. I'm like, no, that's a dog. But Gender Bender's the only thing that I can get that nasty dog smell out of. I mean, I do the liquid. We love it.
I got a question.
All right, hit me up.
Okay, so how do you find more people? Because I know that you are amazing at recruiting a lot in a single month. How do you find more people the next month?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Let me see. I think what works for me is, I don't know the question that. I think what works for me, I think what people have been so shocked about Posh is that I'm eager to build up other people's businesses. Now, what they don't know is that that's my downline, and essentially it's helping me. But I think that has been a very big thing for me personally. I know I have this really good customer. Her name's Jennifer, and she was just floored when other people from our hometown started joining, and she would message me and say, "Hey, would you be offended, if I bought from Miranda?" "No, girl, go ahead. Are you sure?" Well, that made her spin with Miranda and me. And Miranda would say, "Hey, I'm not offended either if you want to buy from Nicole." And she was just like astounded that this is how Posh works. Or that's what has worked for us, is that I've been eager to put I guess I've put the main focus on my team. Like, I try to hit my PV that I need to maintain rank, and the rest of my month is spent on my team. How can I help you? You need a sample, I send it to them. Because I feel like there's only so much that I can reach. But I don't know. And I'm kind of new to social media still, and so I'm still getting like friend requests. We are an anti-social media family until I started Posh, and so I think that might help. How often do I follow up with people who are on the fence? I try to check in with them like once every 2 weeks. I don't want to seem too pushy. It depends on if I know them very well. If I know them really well, I don't mind immediately bugging them. But, if it's more of an acquaintance, I try to be a little bit more professional and just say, like, "Hey, no pressure, but we'd love to have you. We've got some awesome things going on. We do team incentives. You want to get you in," something like that. How much time a day do I spend on Posh? It just depends. It seems like Sundays are my Posh days. I'm thinking because everybody is starting to see that it's a new week, that our weeks run Sunday to Saturday. And I think my team starts really hustling on Sundays. So Sundays I spend probably like 2 or 3 hours. But I try to spend at least an hour a day on my Posh, and then the rest is team. Building questions, team building, stuff like that. So an hour for me, and then the rest of the day I try to check in and that kind of thing. Anybody else? Do I send out recruiting packets? I don't, but I'm probably going to start, because I have maxed out the people that I think that I have reached. And so I think I am going to start sending those out. Yes, I do put my phone away. That is a big thing. That is a huge thing with my family, because we aren't big. My husband doesn't do social media. We don't post our kids to social media. And then I got on Posh, and then I became addicted to Posh, and I'm up at like 5 in the morning trying to do my Posh Academy and my Posh trainings, and I'm just like soaking in all the information, and I'm instantly added. That's another thing, is that you don't want to overwhelm people. And so normally what I do is I add people to my team page, and maybe like Jenny, who is my direct upline, and then I say, "All right, when you're ready, let me know and I'll add you to more." Because I feel like when you start adding these people, it gets really overwhelming, and they want to like suck in their shell and be like, "I can't do that." Something else that's really worked for us is that we do the 48 team pass, the 48-hour pass into like the team page. And I think the majority of people have signed up. And that's been a good thing. I know I have a new recruit. Her name's Chelsea. She has been on the fence since I joined in February. She was one of the first people to host a party, a Facebook party with me. And I kept coming to her. She joined a lot of our events on Facebook and never really participated, and I just kept on with her, like, "Hey, we're having another Facebook event, would you like to come?" And I did the 48-hour pass, and I think she saw how much fun we were having and was like, "All right, I'm in." And so I feel like, I feel like that's a good thing with Posh, is how much fun we have, and we're selling. I mean, y'all get paid to pamper. It's just crazy that we get paid to have this much fun. Seriously, though, y'all, I'm not joking. Like, ah. All right, anybody else? I can seriously sit here and just like talk all day about Posh and how much I love it. So y'all gonna have to wrap it up. All right, wrap it up, yo. All right.
Bro, calm it down. Any other questions, comments, concerns, compliments?
Yes.
Fabulous, honey, yes.
Oh, snaps. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are so sweet. Oh my gosh. Y'all are too sweet.
I think one of the really important things for everybody to take note of is her total confidence in herself and the products. I think that goes such a long way when you're talking about somebody joining your team, because totally you are 100% spot on. They are joining you. They're buying you at that point in time. So that confidence is.
And I just feel like you shouldn't be afraid to I love our products, and I think that's what, even my mom is like tried and true Estee Lauder. I mean, she uses Roden and Fields, and she come at Estee Lauder, and she would try this, and she come at Estee Lauder, and I got her to try some of it just because I was so like, you have to. I mean, I promise you'll love it. And then she did, and even she was like, I can see why you like this stuff so much. And I just feel like she was one of my like harshest critics. Like, I can't believe you're doing this. You're going to make a fool out of yourself. And I'm like, I am, because this is stuff I fully believe in. And I feel like it changed my life. It really has. I mean, I knew that when I woke up and I was looking forward to washing my face at night, that I was onto something. That's actually how I began Posh. I went to Clinique, bought $200 worth of stuff, and it sat there. I think I used it twice and was like, cool stuff, tossed it away, just like the other stuff. And I started buying Posh, and I actually started emptying bottles. I was like, wow, okay, like, if this helps me, and that is something really cool. Like, we're helping people, you know, like, I don't know. And like, what's I trying to say? That we're helping people, but I don't know. I just feel like if you're confident, and you build confidence in others too. So, you know, nobody wants to join someone's team that's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Fake it till you make it. That's my favorite saying. Oh, don't be nervous. You get her. You hook her in. I try to get my mother-in-law. That's who sells Roden and Fields in my family. My mother-in-law. I'm like, come on, girl. Come on. She's my best consultant. She is. She sells more Posh for me, like every week.
Anybody else?
Probably should have said that. I probably shouldn't have said that.
You won't tell. No? No more questions? All right. I'm going to stop this recording. Bye.